right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutation to the hopeful leg out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers and listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Just going into pretty much, war moves, all right, being made, all right? Just going into war moves are being made, and, it ain't no turning back, okay? These nations have spent entirely too much money, okay? They've invested too many resources in pretty much staging their troops, in war position, okay? When the prophecy goes into put yourselves in array, when you go into the scriptures, they talk about put yourselves in array. That means a battle formation. So what we're seeing is these nations is putting themselves in battle formation. Now, what could happen, just speculating in the spirit, because we know that the MOTB, has to be mandated and we all have to be tried, because when the war really jumps off, Yahweh Shah can come any day. When World War III turns into a hot war, Yahweh Shah can come back any day. Because nuclear war is a push of a button. Okay? Russia has it set up where if any missile, all right, is detected coming towards Russia, they have it to where they got their response is going to be with a nuclear, it's going to be a nuclear response. Okay? So it's like those missiles are on automatic, like you trip, it's pretty much, if you come across that line, okay, Russia detects a missile, they have it set up to where there's going to be an automatic nuclear response where they don't even have to push buttons, because they said they're going to treat every missile like a nuclear missile, any missile fired towards Russia, okay? So this war is going to go nuclear quick. That's why we know that pretty much we're seeing everything being staged, because just me speculating, I can see them, kind of falling back, but keeping all those men and military equipment on deck. They might come in the news and say they got some agreement, and pretty much, but they have moved too much stuff to just move back. Just like it take months and money and resources to put these soldiers in place, it also takes months, money, and resources to get them out of there. So I don't see these nations pulling them troops and their military equipment back, because pretty much everybody has shown their hands, so they know what it is. They can't go back and act like, it wasn't, this intense conflict. You have Russia right now, pretty much what you see Russia doing, Russia is flying, fighter jets, through Europe. And what they're doing, when you see nations doing that, they're trying to see how Europe gonna respond. All right? And seeing how fast are those jets. They recording all this because America has the most aircraft, but Russia has the fastest fighter jets as of late. The last I checked, I believe it's the Su-41. Brothers can fact check, but so what Russia's seeing is those European jets can't keep up. You see, So pretty much you just seeing a little bit, like boxers, they act like they, gonna throw a punch, to see how their opponent gonna react. So this is where we at, man. You know, it's not gonna take long for this war to pop off because everything is in position, man. Okay, everything is in position. You see, and you have those Israelis. That's another thing, But I'm just going into the things I was listening to today and just kind of, giving a spiritual, synopsis. Okay, but what you have also is these Israelis. Remember we talked about how Russia was allowing Iran military, equipment to be shipped to their airport. So you have the Israelis. They did, they're doing simulation attacks on Iranian nuclear bases, okay, within Iran. Remember we talked about this. Like Iran knows they can't attack the Russian airport, and their biggest fear is Iran possessing nuclear missiles and putting it on their borders in Syria, or those nuclear missiles getting into the hands of Hezbollah, because they know if they couldn't deal with Hezbollah in 2006, we remember we watched that video. If they couldn't deal with Hezbollah in 2006, okay, they definitely not gonna want their smoke, okay, with the military equipment that Hezbollah gonna have now, okay, and they definitely don't want, Iran to have nukes on the border, okay, of Israel, through Syria. So pretty much these Israelis is now, and it's the first time in the Israel military history that they have joined NATO, America and a few other nations on naval drills in the Red Sea. Okay, you got a lot of nations. It's like 50, pretty much Navy vessels that's involved. Okay, multiple nations, several nations in a joint naval, all right, drill in the Red Sea. Okay. See what's going to happen, because you have a lot of military vessels that headed to the Mediterranean now. Okay, because what's going to happen, you're going to have airstrikes going on. You're going to have what they call surface to surface missiles, which shoot missiles from the surface to other surface. You're going to have long range, mid range missiles going off, and you're going to have, all right, strikes on land from these ships and submarines that's in all these different seas and oceans, man. This is going to be a hell of a war, man. Okay, if a brother can put that precept, how the earth shall rail to and fro like a drunkard, in Isaiah, all right? I think in Isaiah 20, 24, one of them. Then you have Isaiah 9 and 5, okay? This war is going to be the most destructive war ever, man. The casualties of World War III will be in the hundreds of millions, possibly billions. World War III can see the death of billions of people, man. All right? The Lord is finna shake the earth. Okay? Plus Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. So what we're doing, just seeing, these nations have went to a point that they can't go backwards, man. They can't go backwards because they done did too much. They done moved too much. Okay? They done showed too much of their hand. Now they can kind of, cool down, but that's a lot of military equipment that they done moved, man. Okay, you got rumors that a Ukrainian drone was shot down, by Russia, because the drone was supposedly trying to spy, okay, on Russian troops, training on their border. Okay, you got rumors, they got the video, which I had to see it, but they saying that, hey, you got teenagers joining the Russian military, man. Teenagers, man. Okay, and the horn had to go out. It might be true, man. But hey, because these other nations, they have what you call, ethnicity, where pretty much they have a pride about their country, not this bullshit American pride, okay? Where you niggas shoot firecrackers, all right, and buy a red, white, and blue outfit for the 4th. No, their citizens is different. Even when you had that conflict with North Korea and America, all right, about North Korea testing those missiles, you had those North Korean citizens like, look, if we go to war, we gonna leave work and join the fight, man. You see, these heathens, these other nations, they have a different energy, man. See, America is so dumbed down that Peter Griffin, you think of American Edomite, you think of goddamn Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson, okay? Goddamn Will Ferrell, these other nations, the men of these other nations coming in a different spirit, man. That's why I talk about, the American soldiers, of Babylon said they forborn to fight, man. Because American has effeminized the men so much. All right, them men in the East got a different energy, man. Okay? I was saying, them boys, I was listening to the video, I gotta watch it. But pretty much them Russian teenagers, man, they was happy, they itching for this, man. The Most High got a heavy spirit on them heathens, man. Okay, America finna get their ass whoa out, man. Okay, if you are in the American military, you are super stupid. Okay, extremely stupid. All right, wherever you get deployed, that's it. Okay, wherever you get deployed, that's it, man. You got people join the Air Force. Have no idea, man. Let you know that people don't take the true narrative of the Bible serious, man. But they will. You see? So, man, I'm just, listening to these things and kind of, speculating in the spirit. I say, don't be surprised, if things kind of pipe down a little bit. But just know, these nations on deck. World War III is on deck, man. All right, it's gonna happen. Okay, so just a thing of waiting, man. And within this grace period, like I say, we're gonna just keep growing in your house shot, man. You brothers, okay, and you sisters, keep growing in your house shot, man. Keep making yourself valuable, within your purpose, man. Whatever your lot is, as a man or a woman, grow in your purpose, man. Okay. The kingdom gonna need rulers, all right, and those rulers gonna need wives, man. Fight for the kingdom, man. All right, do what you need to do, man. Okay, because we in the time now where things can just happen, rapidly, man. Because we really don't know how far, Esau Edom is with this infrastructure for the MOTB. But we know he's been conditioning people for decades, man. All right, he's been conditioning people for decades to, for a digital currency, man. And we don't know if he can do a second lockdown and, a month or two later, he had, he have this infrastructure up and going, man. So we just, it's a thing of patience, because there's another saying they have in the military: hurry up and wait. So hey, because when you on standby, you might be on standby for, 2 years in the military, man. But then once you get that go, it's time to go right then. Drop everything you're doing right then, and get to it. So we pretty much in that same position where we got to hurry up and wait, on your house shot. It's a thing of patience, man. But when it hit, it's gonna hit. It's gonna be quick. Things gonna be moving rapidly. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. While it's fresh on my mind. Lord will. You brothers, all right, and you few sisters were, edified, man. Because I say we all we got, man. And the elect is a nation within itself. So until next time, I say shalom. Kwam Yashala, Abba Ball. Okay, DTA soon.